To embrace change and develop, you need to be curious in order to push the boundaries. Sometimes change comes into our lives without us even realising, and in the automotive world, it's no different. Well, now that change is in our driveways. Keyless entry and start replaced the ignition key. The arm over the passenger seat, that was replaced by the rear view camera. And charging your phone in the car, that's the new standard. Whether you're looking for a family car, a work vehicle, a luxury car, electrification is coming to all of them. In fact, electric cars, they're already here. The new world of cars is all around us. And what's it like to live with an electric vehicle, to be part of the next step? This is living with electric vehicles.
Welcome everyone. In this episode, we'll be looking into the real-world practicalities of living with an electric vehicle. And from what you've told us, a lot of you are interested, but want to see how others do it before jumping in yourselves.
Think about it a little bit like public speaking. You want to see how that first person goes before you dive into the deep end yourself. Over the next hour, we're going to talk to different electric vehicle owners to find out what they're like to live with day to day. But right now, let's get into the first part of living with an electric vehicle. We're going to jumpstart our conversation with a brand that's coming to the fully electric game effectively as a new challenger. This is the Volvo C40, the manufacturer's first dedicated electric vehicle. With a well-established brand like Volvo, there's a level of quality and performance you'd expect, and it's on show here in the C40. The tide is turning. More manufacturers are excited to get into the electric vehicle space and explore where it can take their brand, and most importantly, you. But how does the average punter feel about it? Let's ask Paul, the owner of a Volvo C40.
Really, the reason I wanted an EV is that it's time to move into the EV market. I've been conscious of climate change and working with our youth, and that's a major concern for them. I've got 5 children and 3 grandchildren. I'm really conscious that this is a major issue, and it's certainly been a major issue for 20, 30 years, 40 years. We started talking about climate change.
You've had your EV for a little while now. What have you noticed that's different about your daily routine?
You know, when I first got it, there was a bit of range anxiety, getting used to the idea of having to be aware of the charge and charging up. It's now just part of the norm. You know, it gets down to 40%, and whack it into the 7 kilowatt charger we've got at home. Haven't ever run out of charge. All the technology in the cars will let you know. You know, you put in your destination and it estimates what your battery charge is going to be at the end of that trip and for the return. So you can see it very clearly. I didn't quite understand kilowatt hours until I really got it and was using the car, and it started off at like 23, but that was the car just sorting out its usage and the way I drive. Yeah. And it's down to 18.3 now, which is not bad for 100 Ks.
Was safety high on the consideration set for you?
The Volvo became available. It has a reputation for that. So we felt safe buying it in both the sense of safety and the reputation that it had. Backed out of a driveway and a car's come behind and it slammed on the brake.
But what would you say to governments from your experience now as an owner?
Really trying to encourage the uptake of EVs, particularly getting cheaper EVs on the market, and infrastructure up and down the highways, out into country areas, making it accessible, not tucked away somewhere where it's hard to find and you feel a bit isolated. There's a couple of places I've charged that I wouldn't want to be doing it at midnight.
For more information and everything you need to know about electric vehicles and the move to the future, go to Drive.com.au.